joined right now by Davion Franklin, going to be making the pro debut at Bellator 233. Thank you for the time, sir. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We're here at Jacksonwink MMA. Talk to us about MMA. How'd you get into MMA?
I believe this is my calling. This is my calling. This is what God made me to do. I feel like so. I don't know. This is. I'm here. I'm doing it.
When did you start training?
Earlier this year.
Earlier this year. So
Yes, sir.
About your background.
As far as mixed martial arts, I've been a lifelong wrestler. I've been wrestling since I was 10 years old, and I wrestled in high school. Third in the nation my senior year. National qualifier my freshman year of college. And yeah, it's just been a grind, honestly.
What other kind of athletics did you participate in?
In high school, I did track, rugby, football. I did football in college too, so yeah, it's pretty legit.
Lifelong athlete competitor?
Yeah, something like that.
What has it been about athletics, martial arts that's pushed you to continue to strive, to continue to compete?
To get into MMA, it was more so. I went through a rough patch, and I realized I needed to get back to my old ways, which is athletics, because that's what kind of like got my life going in a positive momentum, and it kind of changed everything for me. But once I started kind of messing up, I knew I needed to get back to it. So MMA is a place to go for me, for sure. So
this is a change from getting out of what you were doing before?
Yes, it's my way of getting my life on track after I've lost everything, and now I'm getting everything back. I'm becoming who I was in high school, who like everybody expected me to be, and it's a good feeling, man. Trust me, it's a good feeling.
Are you able to want to get into any of that story?
Not right now.
Not right now, but
nah.
We know the feature full-length film will be coming one day, right?
Maybe.
Right now, tell us the story of what led to you coming to New Mexico.
The real story is I felt like I related to the best mixed martial artist of all time. His comeback story really inspired me. John Jones, of course, and I just felt like this is the best gym in the world. It has the greatest of all time there, and Greg Jackson and Coach Wink are the best coaches on the planet. So I say, I know I have talent. I know if I can come here and work with the best in the world, then I can do something. And it's just happened. It happened so fast. And it's God's plan. It's how I feel.
Showed up in the gym with the wrestling background.
Nobody knew who I was. Just I came here at 321 pounds. I've lost 80 pounds since I've been here, and yeah, it's been a grind. But I've enjoyed the process along the way, and I have a group of great coaches who supports me, who's been there for me, and this is the best I've ever felt in my life, honestly.
What's led to the point? What have you shown here in the gym to where we're bypassing the amateurs and jumping right into the professional ranks?
Getting my ass kicked by guys in the UFC, and then being able to hang with them, and then being able to win some rounds against them, and just knowing that, like, okay, if I can hang with these guys who compete at the highest level with no fights, I think this is the path for me.
What has it been like transitioning to martial arts, striking, submissions?
Natural. It hasn't been hard. I mean, there's some things I still got to clean up, but for the most part, it's just come natural, man. It's God, man. It's God's work. Honestly, that's how I feel. In my humble opinion, I feel like this is God's work. So.
When did you first decide, before you came to the gym, when did you first decide you were going to pursue MMA?
It's been in the back of my mind since I was 18. I tried to do it when I was a senior in high school because I wasn't eligible to play football my senior year, and I knew I wanted to do either wrestling or MMA, and my athletic director told me I couldn't do it. They told me I needed to. If I did MMA, I wouldn't be able to play college sports. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. So I couldn't do it my senior year, and then there was another time. It's just been in the back of my mind for the last 6 years. You know what I mean? But then another time, I was 22 years old, and I was out running. I was at my sister's house. She lives in Illinois, and I was out for a run. And this car just was just stalking me. I never forget. I was 22. This car was just stalking me, and he just like stalked me for some blocks. And then once I got in the parking lot, I was like, I was ready to confront the guy. And he's like, "Hey man, you be a good MMA fighter," you know what I'm saying? So he ended up taking me to like this shitty ass garage or whatever, trying to train me or whatever, and I just wasn't feeling it, you know what I mean? And then again, when I was 23 years old, I think that's when I seen Jon Jones versus DC2, and that was his comeback story, and I got like super motivated. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome, I gotta be like this guy, you know what I mean? And I went out for MMA when I was 23. I walked into a gym, basically got my ass kicked like bad, and then I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it. And then honestly, I was like, and a couple months later I came back, I was just like, I was motivated. I was like, someone told me that like wrestlers make good MMA fighters, so I was just like, okay, if I go back into this gym and I wrestle these guys instead of trying to strike with them, because I had no striking, and I'll see what happens. So I go into the gym with the mentality like I'm just gonna take everybody down, ground and pound. And I just went there and I kicked everybody's ass. And that's when I was like, okay, this is something I should do.
What's the thoughts and emotions now thinking about where you've been to where you've come just in this last, 8 months, a year, being here in this building?
My thoughts and emotions?
Yeah, where you came along as a martial artist so far this year.
I think this first fight is gonna be the tip of the iceberg.
That's what you're expecting to show. It's just gonna be the tip of the iceberg.
I'm not even 1/10 of where like I'm gonna be. I've learned so much in just a year from coming here and just from no striking or nothing, no MMA experience, and just coming here into being where I am now. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's like the pre-show. The show hasn't even started yet. That's how I feel.
How do you describe getting an opportunity with Bellator right out of the gate? No cage experience except for what's been done.
I surprised myself. That's what it feels like. Because I told myself I'm not going to sign the Bellator or UFC until like I'm like 2-3 years in. You know what I'm saying? I was prepared to go to the amateur circuit and take like the formal process, the process that everybody else takes. You know what I mean? But the universe works in mysterious ways. It just worked out that I got signed to Bellator in 7 months of training.
But how do you cash in on this opportunity?
Beat the fuck out of the guy. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's how you feel.
Hey man, breaking necks and cashing checks, make a statement. That's it. That's my mentality.
How's it feel to be with one of the biggest promotions in the world? Is that set in yet already?
I mean, no, it hasn't. It's just, I'm thankful for it. But I do know what I bring to the table, so.
Competed on a very high level collegiately.
Yeah.
How do you think that kind of pressure situation has prepared you for the bright lights of a Bellator debut in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I feel like I've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to perform in front of a lot of people. That doesn't bother me. Like the outside noise is it's part of the game. You know what I mean? It's part of you gotta deal with it. You know what I mean? And I just ignore it. I'm just tunnel vision, focused.
What's the kind of mentality you have to bring into this first fight?
Show up and show out. Make a statement. Dominate.
Awesome, sir. Davion Franklin, it's been great getting to talk to you. Hopefully first of many times, sir. Best of luck here at Bellator 233.
Thank you.